The year is 2025. Technology has advanced such that we can carry around a supercomputer in our pockets. Unfortunately, we like to store all of our memories on these little supercomputers. For me, it's all work photos. But nonetheless, we want to perhaps uh, preserve these memories so that we don't have to pay subscriptions for said storage when we exceed the capacity of what we hold in our hands. That is when we struggle as Apple fruity people. There is no removable storage, and if you thought that buying a phone with lots of storage built into it was a good idea, you weren't wrong until you ran out, and then you realized you have way too many photos that you can't fit anywhere. And it's just a real struggle for most people. So I'm going to try and help you understand what it is that you need to do. I think the number one thing is just you plug it into your computer. So this is an iPhone 16, so it's plugged in by USB-C, but just the regular cord that you use to charge, get it plugged into your computer. And this is on a Windows device. And then it's going to pop up and it says that, so I'm going to say allow, and then I got to punch in my code. Okay, great. And then on the computer, I now have a Apple iPhone under the this PC thingy. And inside of there, I should have all of my photos. And yes, they're starting to load. It's a little slow, and it'll be slower the more photos you have. And I have quite a few. And just for funsies, this is going to take forever, but actually, this is going to take more time than we have time for. So I'm going to just cancel it. Wow, it's so slow. I think this is the biggest problem with an iPhone, in the way that you plug it in and it's not really like a flash drive, even though it looks like a flash drive. It's like some software is making this all appear iteratively over time. So I'm just going to grab this folder, which I think is 10A. I think that's October. I don't actually know. Maybe I could do the properties on it. No, that's going to take forever too. Anyway, you've got a folder, copy it, and then go someplace where on your computer where you can put it. So you could just go to your desktop, and you could, for the sake of stuff, it's not a great place, but it is a place that I can do it. And then I'm just going to paste it. And of course, the paste icon doesn't have any text on it. And then we're going to wait, and we're going to see how long this will take to copy my photos. So this is probably challenge the first, the time and the patience it takes to copy over your photos. Okay, so that actually wasn't super bad. And now I have a folder, and it's actually a folder with all of my files on it. Just go large icons, and you see MOV files for videos and JPEGs for things, as long as you don't have that HEIC thing going on. These are all the original quality versions. Less, I think all of these MOV files are actually when you do the motion, like you'd snap a picture and it like jiggles a little bit. I think that's what these are. So like, what's a good example? This is probably it. 1517. It's the picture of a town hall, and I bet you this is going to be a jiggle. Yeah, it's a jiggle photo. This is like the second before I took the photo. I should turn that off because it kills the storage space. I do not need all these JPEG or these MOV files. The other challenge that you might run into is storage space on your computer. So on my PC, I have a big solid state drive, and it has 500 gigabytes free. I'm fairly certain that this is a 500 gig phone. Let me just check. Yeah, it's a 500 gig phone. Now, fortunately, it's not full, But had it been mostly full, it would be like 400 gigabytes worth of photos and videos. I've got, I don't know, probably 10 gigs or something on here. But just imagine your whole phone is full and you're in this situation, and your computer only has 500 gigs free. So you need to have a lot of storage on your computer in order to do this. You could install another drive, or you could use an external drive or whatnot. Or if you're lucky enough to have a Synology or some kind of network attached storage, you could just drag it directly onto there. It would take a little bit longer, but you could, start doing that. So that's really all I wanted to show you is, the process of moving your photos from here onto the computer, and the things that you should consider. Next, how do you store things that are on your computer long term? Because I don't know, a lot of people buy computers and then they use them for a few years, and then I guess they either move the whole computer to the next, or I don't know, where are your files at? You got to think about these things. 4 years from now, that folder is on your desktop, or maybe tomorrow your house catches on fire, or maybe the hard drive just goes bad. If that's the only place that they are, because you already deleted them off of your phone because you needed space so that your phone would work again, what do you do? So I'll tell you what I do. I can't speak for what you should do, but if you want to spend money, you can spend it and buy a box. And then you can keep your photos, instead of on your computer, on there, that thing. And then you also spend some more money on an external drive, and this backs up what's inside of there. So everything that's on there is duplicated there. So now I have it in two places. And then I also have a third place. It's in the cloud. The cloud. And I'm actually not happy with how that works, because it's not going to be easy without buying yet another one of these boxes. If I had a fire right now, I've got moth problems. That's why those boxes are there. If I had a fire right now, I know that this drive has a backup of everything. And if I put this drive, I took it off and I put it in my fire safe box on a more regular basis, there'd be a chance that might survive. But let's just say I had a fire right now and this all got toasted. I would have to revert to my cloud-based backup. So I'd have to find the encryption key that I used to set up the backups. I would have to purchase another Synology with enough storage to take probably 12 to 13 terabytes of storage, maybe more by that time. Download that all somewhere else, which means I probably have to have yet another storage location so that I could then restore it onto here as the entire storage, and then I could use it. So that's why I'm not super happy with it right now. But I feel a lot more confident that these two computers, because this is a computer, that's a hard drive. These two devices are going to be available to me in the future. One of them, functionally, more so than the actual storage that's inside of my desktop computer. So that's where I'm at with things. I think going forward, there's different ways of distributing that, and I'm still on a journey of preserving my photos. I really actually think that photo books are the best way. Curating your photos in a season of time and printing them out and having them physically in your hand. This is close because I can hold that whole box in my hand, but I can't see that by just holding it. Just do the old school thing, the creative memories, the whatever you call it. That's probably the best way to preserve your photos for the future. Yeah. That's it. Bye.